105 to 110 miles an hour, that's going to be about where this car is going to sit, because the wind's going to hit this right here. And once it's like that, you could see how the stance is just perfectly straight. So once you're down like this, oh snap, we're going to be going fast today. Over 120 mile an hour test with this brand spanking new release. And what's cool about this is that you can buy it. Whoa. Welcome back to Innovation RC, guys. So as you know, I've been doing some Typhon speedrun builds and they are for sale, and I've been posting them on Instagram. So you guys, for the most part, know about that. And that's exactly what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be running Project Midnight. Now look at these beauties right here. They were built completely from the ground up, and they do have limitless diffs in them, so they're a special kind of Typhon. Now these are the identical car. Only difference is that one is sold, that one is mine, and well, the body is drying on that one, so that's why I don't have the body on it. Now this one has been sold to Ben Mark Shot This Too on Instagram. I'm gonna be seeing if it can actually do over 110 to 120 miles an hour today with mine. Now why it's midnight is because, well, it's all blacked out. Not a speck of red on this, minus the wires of course, but minus that, there is not a speck of red on this car. Such a sweet build, and these things are just stanced out like an absolute speed car. Look at these guys with their big old wings in the back. So as I said, we're gonna be running this guy. It is the identical setup, 2200 kV brushless motor from Castle, 2200 X8S, X8S. We have the same exact steering servo, same exact suspension setup, same exact wheel setup. Everything is literally identical, even the tune inside the ESC. Now the only thing that's different is that I actually have carbon towers on this, and that's not gonna make a performance difference. I just had them laying around. Ben Marcus has the OEM ones, and truthfully, I think it goes a little bit better with the whole midnight theme. This you could clearly tell, hey, that's not OEM, so I think I'm actually gonna take them off and put the OEM ones back on, because I really like how the stock one looked. I just honestly do. And what I do actually have under here real quick, I have from Power Hobby, it's a pit mat, and I thought it'd be perfect to actually use over here if I have to work on the cars. When I'm at the spot, I won't lose any screws. Very, very nice rubberized pit mat overall, lightweight, and it's pretty big. Shout out to Power Hobby on that. Very nice pit mat. So we're gonna be getting our speeds today. We're gonna be running 3S, 4S, and then 6S. Hopefully the 6S could even fit in there. So let's go over our batteries real quick. Now, as for our batteries with what we're gonna be running, and it's a brand new build, so we have to keep in mind, we can't just put a bunch of power in it from the get-go. We need to break it in. The tires need to be broken in too. We're gonna be running 3S at first. And then once we get our speed after that, we're gonna hit it up with 4S. Up last, we're gonna be running our monster brick of a battery right here. This is a 10,000 milliamps 6S 100C with the 8-gauge wire. Insane beast of a battery. I honestly don't even know if it's gonna fit inside these cars. Now, if you guys wanna get your hands on any of these beautiful power bricks right here, I'll have a link right up there to get your hands on some. Now, regarding the whole suspension tune, I'm sure you guys are wondering, why is the rear end so high? The suspension is super duper light in the back, like I'm barely touching it, and it's gonna go down. So when you get a certain amount of downforce, it's gonna go down and then it's just gonna stop. See that? And it's also not bottoming out either. It's not touching the asphalt right there. So it's stopping at that point. Now at around 105 to 110 miles an hour, that's gonna be about where this car is going to sit, because the wind's gonna hit this right here. And once it's like that, you could see how the stance is just perfectly straight. So once you're down like this, you have your speed run stance, which is what you want at high speeds. All right, now without any further ado, let's see what Project Midnight's got. All right, we're all zeroed out. This is gonna be Midnight's first ever run. This car is a virgin. When I say a virgin, even the tires haven't been broken in yet. So we gotta do a little burnout here. Saw a little bit of smoke go by, but now they're gonna be kind of sticky. You really wanna rough them up before you really start to get on it. All right, so it seems like they're pretty far away. I'm gonna try to avoid the car. My fingers are crossed now. All right, we're all turned around. Midnight's first run on 3S. Here we come. I gotta call it really short because she decided to park smack in the middle of the road, which is kind of irritating, but I gotta be kind of nice and let her walk her dog. So that was a pretty good pass though. Wow, 75 miles an hour. That's on 3S. Let me just pop the top real quick. We'll take our temperatures. All right, our pins are right there. We have our 3S right here. If you guys could see, 3S. Here's our pins. 3 + 1 is ground, so that's a 3. Very, very good. All right, so now we have the 4S in here. It seems to be fitting a little bit easier actually. I put the straps straight through the middle. The wires are just gonna go just like that, and it's gonna flatten out. So hopefully this will actually seat a little bit better. I still don't have high hopes for the 6S. All right, here we go. This is gonna be midnight on 4S now, first pass. Let's see how well he does. All right, we're all turned around. Here comes midnight on 4S. Great pass. That was a pretty good, nice and easy pass on 4S. Nothing crazy, but oh, very nice. 95 miles an hour on 4S. That's pretty good. Pop the top. I thought we were gonna do like somewhere around 90, but I'll take 95. That's even better. And there we go. Here's our 4S. 4S Innovation RC 100C. The motor's all right. ESC I'm sure is fine. It's more efficient than the motor, but on 6S this thing's gonna be a weapon, and I can't wait to see it. And here's the big old power brick of a 6S 10,000 in there. It's literally half the size of the damn car, guys. I honestly don't even know if I'm gonna be able to put the body on in the back. I'm gonna try to squeeze these wires down here. So I actually can't even put the body on, unfortunately, but I do have the front one in. If air comes up like this, it might actually push down, so that would be a good thing, but there's no way I could fit the 10K 6S in here with all the body posts in there. You obviously wanna run like a standard 5,000 milliamps, 6,000 milliamps 6S. But yeah, so we're gonna see how well this does. All right, I'm gonna set the GPS up right here, and we are at peak speed, all zeroed out. My fingers are crossed. I'm gonna try to get some distance on it. Yeah. All right, we are all turned around. My fingers are crossed. I'm not even gonna be able to stay into it that long, but here he comes on 6S. I gotta get off it right as soon as I get into it. He was still accelerating too. Darn it, I really wanted to stay in it longer, but we're right at the barriers at the end. Let's see what that was on 6S. Surprised the body didn't do too much to it. And there we go, 120 miles an hour. 120, and we were still accelerating, so obviously 120, you know, that's just the start. Let's try to get this body off here. All right, there we go. 2200 kV Castle X8S. Very simple setup. 120 plus miles an hour. So if I stayed in it longer, but I'm about 90% throttle here and about 100, about 50 feet that way, and I just got to get off it. So that 120 is actually probably 121 or 122, because as it was still accelerating, the GPS only refreshes at like, I think 10 hertz, at a frequency of 10 hertz or something like that. So either way, you know, I'll 100% take that, and I am super freaking happy everything actually held up. All right, so we're all zeroed out here. Now we're gonna be running midnight again, just to confirm the 120. My fingers are crossed. Yeah. Let's see how well he does. He's got my heart racing right now. He really does. All right, we're all turned around. Here he comes. Oh my God, he was still going. Come on, let's slow down. Oh my God, he's right at the cone. You know, if this road was a little bit longer, this would be the road to go to. It really would, but Really can't get too much more than 120 out of this road. I don't even know how I got 136 one time. It's crazy. Now here he is to confirm the 120. Hopefully 120. Oh my God. Not only did we confirm it, 123 miles an hour. That's like almost 200 kilometers an hour, or 199 kilometers. Wow. That's just insane. There's our big old 6S. Honestly, the biggest thing I was worried about with this thing going that speed was the body not being buttoned up in the back, but you know, honestly, it handled amazing. If anything, it gave it a little more downforce. Yeah guys, this battery is literally half the size of the car. I'm not even joking. It is just a little bit too much for this, but if you could squeeze it in there, you know, might as well run a lot more power, a lot more milliamp when it comes to speed. Mark, I really hope you enjoy. And Mr. Henry, when you bought your other one, which is identical but red, this is still what it can do. Very fast, very dangerous. Make sure you're safe when you run it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. My heart is just racing right now. Don't mind me, I'm just out of breath. Project Midnight is a success. I hope all of you guys enjoyed this video as we tested out Midnight for its virgin run. Really got my heart racing, I was almost out of breath. Also, of course, all of this happens on Instagram, so if you haven't seen Innovation RC Instagram, make sure you check it out. I have some cool things over there. Yeah, and if you want to get in touch with me regarding a Midnight Typhon or even a regular speedrun Typhon that's a little bit cheaper, you let me know. Hit me up on Instagram. But yeah, make sure you stay safe and have a good one.